Hi, my name is Alicia Foreman, and tonight we're going to look at Assignment 12, Part 1. This is continuing with the same data that we used before. This is going to be restaurant reviews. Before we used 1,000 different restaurant reviews, and tonight we're going to see if we can train Orange to predict what the review is, if it's a positive review or a negative review. A positive review is shown with a number 1, and a negative review is shown with a 0. Orange is not going to know if it's positive or negative. It's going to know if we want it. We're going to find out if it can learn if we want that review to have a 1 next to it or a 0 next to it. So it is completely separate from positive and negative, but it knows, it's seeing if it's going to learn if it can do a 1 or a 0 depending on the information that we put into the product. So the train reviews. What I did here was I took the data, the 1,000 reviews, and I took 100 of those reviews out completely. And then I deleted the positive or negative, the 1 or the 0 column in that information, and uploaded that here in this corpus viewer. So I just wanted to show you the data that we're using. This is funny. This is our train data from a different program, not the information to train Orange. That's funny right there. All right, let's look in corpus viewer of the information that we loaded. So we have 900 parts of the information. Out of the 1,000, I took 300 through 399. I extracted 100 reviews between 300 and 399, and later we're going to look at those 100 reviews that I extracted and see if they're going to be positive or negative or show a 1 or a 0 and how well Orange can predict that information. So we only have the 900 left after I extracted the 100, and we put it through the process text. Didn't really change anything there. Let's open that up. We got rid of some extra information and lowercase. Nothing big. Nothing big changed there. We put it in a bag of words. We're doing it by count. Again, nothing changed there. Here we wanted to select information. So we have the target is whether it's liked or disliked. This is what we want to find out if Orange can learn that information. And then there's all the words, and then the meta attributes would be the reviews. We put that in to see the logistic regression. We have lasso 1, L1, and let's look at our nanogram. This shows if a word is used, how beneficial it is or not beneficial for the different points. So this is a value of 0.1, or lower is a value of 0, and how many points it gets, if it's a positive or negative. Great is, there's a lot of words in there for great. Point scale, target class is negative. Here the target class is positive, and where it falls. So that's pretty good. Test and score. Out of the 900 reviews that we submitted to this, it shows that there is accuracy of 0.86. Our professor talked about 0.7, so if it's 70% accurate, that's pretty good for a machine. So this is saying with the information that was man filtered in, it has an accuracy of 0.86. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can teach it. Here in the corpus, let's see what we have. We'll put a corpus viewer here. Here we have only the 100 reviews, and out of the 1,000 that we started with last week, same information was uploaded here. I extracted 300 through 399, took out that section. That's 100 reviews. Here they are. And I only have the review. I do not have whether it was liked or disliked. That way it is 100% guaranteed to know if it's right or wrong. So let's see. Here's the prediction. It said that the first one, never again. Let's see if we can open that up. Ooh. Never again will I be eating at this dining place. Again, a 1 shows positive for our purposes and a 0 is a negative review. It stated that this first review would be review 300 out of the total data is a 0. So it is negative. Never again will I be dining at this place. The food was excellent and the service was very, see if I can stretch that out, was very good. It's positive. Positive. That sounds like legit. Good beer and drink selection and good food selection. Also positive. Please stay away from the shrimp stir-fried noodles. I can see that as being negative. The potato chip order was sad. I could probably count how many potato chips were in the box, and it was probably around 12. It was negative. Food was really boring. I would say that's negative too, or a 0 type of review. Service, good service, check. Positive. This greedy corporation will never see another dime from me. Negative. So, I went through and I tried to decide if this was correct or not correct. So I went back to my original data. And I went ahead and I put it in orange in Excel as the comma separated I cannot think. Comma separated value. So each thing was separated by a value. Here are the same reviews. Never again will I eat in this place. The actual review in our original data was a 0. And orange answered 0. Again, positive. Orange answered positive. So this column is what orange answered. This is what was actually on the previous data. And then this is the review, so we can match the review exactly. I went through, and any of them that were wrong, like here, I highlighted at one time. This one was wrong. And then I counted up each wrong review and divided 100 by that number. I think it did pretty well. There's always room for improvement, and if orange did know, it's kind of creepy because that's just a little bit of data. How do we make orange better? Give more data. Do we want to do that? I don't. I don't want it to know if all the reviews are good or bad. I want it to still be a machine. But if I'm getting paid big bucks, maybe I want to teach it some stuff. So as you can see, there are some differences. Again, this first column is the actual, and the second column is what orange came up with. And it's pretty consistent. What is this one that was wrong? Everyone is treated equally special. I mean, that's really hard. It's kind of right in the middle. It could be good or bad. Depends on how you take it. Best fish I've ever had in my life. I feel like orange should have picked up on that. That should have been exclamation point. We're not sure what details orange comes up with. Pretty cool. I would stay. I would agree that would be a positive one. My wife had the lobster bisque, which was lukewarm. It is kind of neutral, and it was neutrally warm. So we added all those up and we divided them by 100, and we came up with 6.666. So it is below the 70% that it just came up with it on its own. If we wanted it to get better, we could put in more data. Instead of taking 900 reviews to train and 100 reviews to predict, we could look at all of the data. We could do that. I don't know why not. And see how that goes. So the prediction was pretty good. I would say 70%. And is where the good part is. 66.6666 repeating is still fairly well. I think that that's crazy, and I'm glad that it doesn't know everything. So we'll move on to assignment 12 part 2. Check that out next. Thank you.